Hi, this is Elmarie from Worcester, Western Cape, South Africa. It is the 10th of July. It is in the middle of our winter, very cold. This is the third time I made this video. The first one I don't know, I messed it up. The second one, for some weird reason, just wouldn't record properly. It kept stopping in the middle of nowhere. I don't know why. So now hopefully the third time works. I started talking about my week, what happened this week, what I did this week. Honestly, I can't really remember. I can tell you what I'm doing now. I'm eating. I went to the shops just a while ago, bought at Woolworths corned beef, or as we know it in Afrikaans, bully beef. The first company, the only company really we had that made proper corned beef was they called it bully beef. So it's great. And then it started going yuck because they put in all sorts of gross stuff. And now the one they have at Woolworths is actually really good. So this is dinner, if you can see properly. Dinner. Wait. There we go. Let me see. Corned beef, potatoes. Oh, there's onions in here. Onions and potatoes and corned beef and mixed frozen vegetables. Really hard work this was. Tastes nice. And then it's salt and normal seasoning. Sometimes the simplest food tastes the best. What was the rest of my week like? Crazy. It was really crazy. I think I mentioned that in a previous video. My brother-in-law passed away. That's my husband's sister's husband. And it was sad. I think most of the stresses are happening now. There's a lot of family stress going on. Not necessary to talk about that, but needless to say, it's sort of catching on to us eventually. Not catching on, catching up on us. It's got a bit hectic this week. And I drove to Cape Town. Previous week I also went to Cape Town. This week I went to Cape Town. I bought material. I'll show you the project that I finished a bit. And it's for a project bag. I'll show you that in a minute. I started looking for patterns for the shawl I wanted to knit with my new yarn, the Colors of Grace sock weight that I wanted to do, and I struggled to find a good something that I would be comfortable making. As I said, I'm not really good with knitting yet. I'm still a newbie. As far as knitting is concerned, I can crochet it out of my head. Just start working with it and doing something with it. Crocheting is not difficult for me anymore, but I need to do something different. I want to do something different. Oh, and I knitted this, but please don't laugh. Okay, now you will laugh, but it doesn't matter. You're welcome to laugh because I laugh at myself a lot. And in this case, I did. While driving to Cape Town yesterday, yes, on a Sunday, we drove to Cape Town to go fetch my sister-in-law's bakkie. That's a vehicle. I think it's called a truck. In America, I don't know. In South Africa, it's called a bakkie. It's a Nissan something or other. Just fix my hair. What's going on here? Whatever. And then we drove to Cape Town, and we had this heat wave weird heat wave in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's winter. We had this very weird heat wave, and then the temperatures just dropped. So now we are maximum 13 today. It is really cold. Really, really cold. And yesterday it rained most of the day, which we are so thankful for. But it was really cold. And I didn't have enough to put around my neck. So I grabbed a couple of balls of yarns that was lying around. It's Moya Aaron knit caress. And I did a 3-strand. I don't know what to call this. I think that will be my pattern's name. I don't know what to call this pattern. So it was just in the round, and I worked with what I had, and I wanted it to be something that I can put around my neck twice underneath something. So that's what it is. That's what it looks like. Was in the round, stocking a stitch. You know what? It's not very pretty. Keeps my neck warm. That's just one of those little thingies. I did it with a number 12 one of Al's bamboo knitting needles. I don't like them. I have to be honest. They're backup. It's like a paint. You know, you always have a backup paint. I have my artist paint that I work with, which is excellent quality artist paint. If I do a painting, that's what I use. It's like that one. Oh, yeah, you see that one in the background? I prefer oils. That was an oil painting. The other one, that's acrylics. So most of the time I prefer oils, but and I have one specific brand that I love, which is an Italian one called My Mary. Love it. That's the brand I work with. Unless I am in a predicament, you know, and I don't have any paint in a particular color, then I will go and buy from the arts and craft shop, whatever they have. Usually Winton, but that's very expensive here. Ridiculously expensive. If you have to understand, my Mary comes from Italy, and I'm telling you, Winton is too expensive for me. And then if all else fails, there are some other. But then I have to get very, very desperate for that particular color. Same goes for knitting needles or crochet hooks. I have my crochet hooks and my knitting needles that work for me, and I love them. And ironically, L's crochet hooks, the soft grip ones, are the ones I work with most. These. This is what I love working with. This is a number 5. It's a 5mm crochet hook. You see? Love it. Absolutely love it. I love the long end. It's got a really long end edge to it. It's got that little bumpy thingy there. That really works well. You can grip it like this. Like this. Grip it like this. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want to, and it's long enough to go onto your entire hand. I love it. And they're cheap. Then there's Knit Pro. I've got one Knit Pro. No, I'm lying. I have 2 Knit Pro. I think. Yeah. This one. Hate it. Can't work with it. Really can't. It's too short. I will rather work with just a normal aluminium one than work with this. And it's not that it's just, and it's supposed to be a soft grip, but it's not soft. It's got this huge head. Very difficult to get your yarn. You know, crocheting is you go underneath and like this the whole time. It's very difficult to grab your yarn. I think I have another one somewhere in my box. It's a really tiny one, if I'm not mistaken. Number 1 or something that I have, that I bought for myself. First time I ever heard there was something else than owl. Anyway, that's crochets. I don't, and the same goes now for my knitting needles. I prefer Addy. I've started working with it. It's a dream really to work with. It's the short, and I mean, as you saw now, crochet, it's a short hook. It's short, it's not long. So that's why those work for me. Circular needles work for me better than straight needles, regular long straight needles. And I don't like, I don't know, they just, I struggle to work with them, and my hands start cramping and stuff like that. So anyway, so that's what I made. Knitting wise, crochet wise, I can't think I did anything. I'm still supposed to work on the blanket and I just don't get to it. What I did do today, which I am very chuffed with myself about, is I made this. Okay, it's a bit creased already because it's been on my lap. But see? And it's got a bottom. Look. It's got a bottom. I got the bottom right. It's like amazing. Oh, and it's lined. Look at that. Honestly, I cannot believe I did this. This was by God's grace and mercy alone. I'm telling you now, I was praying the whole time because I don't sew. I don't sew. I sewed the last time when my kids were really small, and now they're 22 and 24. So they like all grown up. And the last time I sewed was for them when they were small little kiddies, and I had to make them something to wear. And it was all terrible floppies, but a floppy is what's that in English? I don't, a flop? Well, anyway, it was a mess. But they had to wear it anyway, so there was nothing else to wear. And I would make like duvet covers, and this is just straight lines that you sew. But even that wasn't very good. So I am so chuffed. And look, it's drawstring, which I really like more. I don't like a zip. To be very honest, I really don't like a zip. I don't think I'll be able to sew a zip in, but other than that, I don't like a zip because zips break too quickly. They just end up messing up everything. So yeah, that's what I did. That's my whole story. What I did do this of tonight, and I will be working on the patterns. Oh, I did tell you about the patterns. I'll put a link of the patterns that I did find that I'm going to use in the description box. And I found 2 patterns on Ravelry, 3 patterns on Ravelry that I like, and I started doing. The one is a bit scary for me. I can't see it now. I think I took it inside. Anyway, the one is a bit scary for me because it's got a it's garter stitch, and then it's got lace in between, which I love that. That's I mean, just plain garter stitch, I don't like that. I mean, this one is like stocking knit, and then if you like, then it's garter stitch, but you have that sort of a mix of the two. But it's not just garter stitch. I don't like that. I said that before. So I'm really interested in that. The only scary bit about that pattern is that the last bit of the lace bit is a chart, and I've never worked with a chart done with knitting. I don't really do it on crochet either. And most of the time, I have to admit, with crocheting, I have a stitch pattern and I do my own thing. With that stitch pattern, I just do my own thing. Unless it's necessary to follow a pattern. But when it comes to a blanket or something, I just do my own thing. I don't follow patterns for that. I don't even follow a pattern with a beanie anymore. Although a pattern with a beanie when I'm knitting is necessary. But yeah, I'm afraid. I'm a bit not afraid, just nervous about that pattern. But I'm sure I'll get it done. And then there's another one. That's very simple. The whole pattern is done. The whole shawl is done with garter stitch, if I'm not mistaken, which means I'll probably switch to stocking it. And then the border, just the border is like a lace, a eyelet lace with a picot edge. Now, a picot I can do in crochet out of my head, really. It's the easiest thing. I can also do like eyelets out of my head. V-stitches, that's not a problem. With crocheting, I've just never done it in knitting, and it's a whole different process. So that's something new for me to learn. I'm excited about that. I'm still thinking about which of the two patterns I'm going to use. I started with one, and then I found the other one on Pinterest and found it on Ravelry. I'll put the links down below, and you can have a look at them. Yeah, so that's what I did with that. Got those two patterns. I'm still thinking about what to do with it. I still need to find somebody to help me with the socks. I still don't know how to knit a sock. And the patterns are, especially when it gets to the heel, the terminology gets very confusing for me. I don't understand what on the earth I'm supposed to do there. So it would be nice to just sit with somebody and do it with somebody and just, then exactly know what I'm reading. What else? Not really. Oh, the previous video I talked about the wines I bought. Now, the Western Cape is wine country. It's called the Winelands for a reason, from the Cape Peninsula up to Worcester and Robertson, and still up to, still some of the sweet wines like Muscadel is still done up in Uppington, and that's Northern Cape. It's not even Western Cape anymore. But either way, this is wine country, and we have the most amazing wine cellars in this country. Really, we do. So we're privileged with that. And there's cheapy, yucky wines that people buy just to get drunk. I don't buy them. They, I don't need to get drunk. I just like the taste. So I don't mind paying 90 Rand for a bottle of wine. Lasts for at least a week, 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks. Sometimes it just become food wine if it's not nice enough. Anyway, I bought a port or a port wine. You're not supposed to say it's port anymore, because like you're not supposed to say it's champagne because it's not from France in that area. They've got a label on there now. So anyway, but it's the same thing. The one is from Badberg and the other one is Bergsig, which is very nice. It's not nearly as sweet as Muscadel, but it's still that sort of, it's very cold, I need to drink this wine. And I've got a pinotage from Bergsig. So yeah, we sorted for the next 2 weeks. And depending on how cold it gets, I have to say that too. And we made a turn at Fairview. Fairview is they're also a wine cellar. I don't like their wines, but they've got a cheese factory. That's very good. They make their own cheeses. I bought, and when you go to the this the place that they are, where they are in Paul, they have almost like a little factory shop of cheeses that I really like. So I bought a double cream camembert. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do tonight. Oh, and we are binge watching Frasier on Showmax, which I think my husband is already doing, which means I need to leave now. If I don't add this onto YouTube tonight, it is because my internet is once again irritating me to no end. It's on and off the whole time. So if I can't put it on tonight, I will put it on tomorrow morning. So then it won't be a Monday. It will be a Tuesday. But it will be a Monday video going up on Tuesday morning. Either way, I will see you again. Remember that on Wednesdays, it's Afrikaans crochet lessons. Afrikaanse lesson. I think there's another lady that does it. 2 other ladies that I've heard about. I'll try and find them and put the links down below, because everybody has a different way of learning. Not everybody wants to learn from me. Find a way to learn your own way. So I'll put that down. I'll put the links down for the 2 patterns that I have. You can find me on Instagram as A Cup of Yarn. Yes, that is the name of my business, A Cup of Yarn. Why? Because I love coffee. So there's always a cup of coffee around here. If people come and visit me, the first thing I will ask them is, do you want some coffee? I also have tea if you don't want coffee. But yeah, mostly coffee. That's why it's A Cup of Yarn. And that's why my logo has a cup with a ball of yarn in it. I actually drew that, made a drawing out of it, and eventually I sent it out. So, but I eventually didn't, I didn't use the drawing. I used the photo that I took. It's just easy. So, yeah, that's where you will find me. My blog I will add on as well. That's something that I'm trying to keep up with. I will send the YouTube video through my blog. That Facebook is A Cup of Yarn. Pinterest, I'm almost nowhere at. And if you go onto my Facebook promotion pages or wherever, you will find my phone number there, so you can WhatsApp me if you want to. But that's about where I stop right now. Okay, I hope you have had a good Monday, not a blue one. Thank you for watching. Please come again. Please subscribe. That would be great. I've got 2 subscribers, so thank you very much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. I think the busier the channel gets, the better. And I hope to see you again. And good night, sleep tight. And if the big bugs bite back. Okay, bye.